Hello and welcome to carandbike. We have with us the 2024 TVS Apache RR Triton. Now this has been updated for the 5th time since it was launched in 2017. 7 years later, it gets a larger airbox, larger throttle body, lighter piston, and of course this new bomber grey color scheme. It also gets wingless and a transparent clutch cover. We'll talk all about it, but before that, do consider subscribing to the carandbike channel. And by the end of this review, if you do like it, please consider sharing it with somebody who may be interested in the 2024 TVS Apache RR Triton. So let's get down to it. What has changed? How is it different? And should you even consider it now in 2024?
In 2024, the Apache RR Triton doesn't look radically different from what it looked like when it was first launched in 2017. But over the years, there have been subtle changes in design and some significant feature updates. First came a slipper clutch, then ride-by-wire, followed by a TFT screen with smartphone connectivity and optional features like fully adjustable suspension under the built-to-order kits. And now, this 300cc made-in-India sports bike looks closer to a 200 bhp Italian sports bike than ever before. The clear clutch cover also makes it look more like an exotic Italian superbike rather than a friendly, everyday entry-level sports bike. But we are not complaining.
So the primary change that this is the 2024 TVS Apache RR Triton is this, of course, the color, bomber grey color, new color, and these, the winglets. It does make it look like a proper race bike, doesn't it? And TVS says about 3 kilograms of downforce is applied to it when you're riding at speeds at 150 kilometers per hour. Normal speeds, of course, it doesn't make much of a difference. But yes, that's more of a cosmetic thing, and it does give the Apache RR Triton a kind of a sporty look with those winglets. And what you also get is a transparent clutch cover. You can see the clutch there, and you get adjustable levers now, which is a handy thing to have. Now, when you fire up the engine, that's the clutch. So overall dimensions remain the same, and if you look at it from the rear, there's no change in the design. And in 2024, 7 years after it was first launched, we feel that TVS could have made some changes to the design as well to give it fresh appeal. But there you have it, winglets, adjustable levers and a transparent clutch cover. That's more or less the differences that you get in the 2024 Apache RR Triton. Of course, this new bomber grey color. What do you think about the design? Do you think it's still relevant in 2024? Do let us know in the comments.
In terms of equipment, you get the base RR Triton with or without the quick shifter, but you still get span adjustable clutch and brake levers. With the quick shifter, the price goes up to Rs 2,92,000 in red and Rs 2,97,000 in bomber grey. And then there are two add-on built-to-order kits which offer even more equipment. The dynamic kit offers a brass-coated drive chain, fully adjustable front and rear suspension, and a tire pressure monitoring system. This will set you back by 18,000 rupees more. The Dynamic Pro kit adds even more equipment, adding what TVS calls the race-tuned dynamic stability control. This essentially is a 6-axis inertial measurement unit which powers cornering ABS, cornering traction control, cornering cruise control, wheelie control, slope-dependent control, and even rear lift-off control. This kit costs 16,000 rupees more and can be added individually or with the dynamic kit. With both kits, the prices of the RR Triton go up to 3,26,000 rupees ex-showroom in red, and in bomber grey, it will cost you 3,31,000 rupees ex-showroom. And if you want a race replica colors, then it's 7,000 rupees more, with the sticker price going up to 3,38,000 rupees ex-showroom. The ergonomics are friendly and the RR Triton still feels very familiar and easy. Perfect for anyone upgrading from a smaller machine. But the more urgent throttle response is immediately apparent. And along with it, a throatier intake roar from the bigger airbox is quite audible and quite likable. The bump in power and torque may not be much, but it's apparent and gives the Apache RR Triton the spunk that has so far been missing from this 312cc single-cylinder engine. The new RR Triton feels like a more refined version of what it has been previously, although there is some buzz at higher revs, considering it's still a small single-cylinder engine.
Now, TVS has significantly improved the RR Triton over the years since it was first launched in 2017. And this iteration, the 2024 model, has become even more improved. Now with a bigger airbox, a bigger throttle body, more power, more torque, you can feel the difference immediately when you set off. The throttle response has become more smoother, more linear. And what is really likable in the city is that intake noise from the bigger airbox that you will feel when you're riding in the city. Now you can opt for the quick shifter if you want to do track rides, but if you're primarily riding in the city, you may not decide to have the quick shifter. It's entirely up to you. So overall, this, the 2024 TVS Apache RR Triton, is a much better, much well-rounded, more improved version of the RR Triton for sure. And in terms of vibes, there are some vibes. There's a small vibey spot you'll feel at 6,000 RPM or thereabouts, 6 to 7,000 RPM. But the vibes smoothen out after that. Vibes aren't really alarming. They won't bother you that much, but they are there. So 6th gear, if you're sitting at 90, you will feel the vibes on the tank, on the foot pegs. But if you cross 95 towards 100, the vibes smoothen out a bit. So yes, 90 kilometers per hour speed in 6th gear, you will feel some vibes. I mean, while accelerating 6,000 RPM onwards, there about 6 to 7,000 RPM, you will feel some vibes. But they're not alarming vibes, but you will feel some buzz. But overall, the RR Triton, TVS has done a great job. The engineers have done a great job in improving this machine, and it has become that much better.
And when the corners come up, the TVS Apache RR Triton springs no surprise. It's predictable, balanced and communicative. All good qualities which make you, the rider, feel confident about the motorcycle's dynamics and in your riding skills as well. So that friendly and forgiving personality remains, which is what the Apache RR Triton essentially is. A versatile sport tourer which is also track ready.
The TVS Apache RR Triton has always been a friendly and likable motorcycle. I've ridden all the versions of it from 2017 onwards since it was first launched, and over the years the engineers at TVS have significantly improved it with every iteration. This one with a bigger airbox, bigger throttle body, lighter piston and of course added power and torque has made it that much better for sure. But the best part about this motorcycle is that it's an all-rounder. You can ride it in the daily commute, you can go long distance touring on it, and if you are so inclined, you can also do occasional track days. And if you want to start track riding on it, this bike is a very good platform. So I think the biggest strength of the RR Triton is that it is still a versatile motorcycle, and to that end, it still makes a very good case for itself. And if you don't want to spend all that extra with all that extra equipment, you can still get it for 2.75 lakhs in red without the quick shifter. That's still very good value for money.